Umpire and Mushfiqur Rahim stood his ground. Not interested, and nor was the umpire. They can't believe it. Cannot believe it. Inquiring from the umpire. Shakib is putting the umpire under a bit of pressure. He looks perplexed. Oh, no, this is no good. This is no good. You can't talk to the umpire like that. No matter how angry you get, how frustrated you get, you cannot talk to the umpire like that. Unacceptable, really.
Well, I just wonder whether the umpire Palmer's having a word with Aqib Javid. He's indicated that there's too much short stuff in there, and the relative skills of the batsmen have to be taken into account. And this is not a pleasant ending to the day's play.
Well, certainly it's senseless at this stage of the game, but at the same time I feel that that particular delivery wasn't short enough.
No ball called, so the over is taking some while. Some of it not too pretty. Well, this is an unfortunate incident, and one that undoubtedly will bring in the international referee, which is Conrad Hunt.
Oh, he's given in. Tendulkar cannot believe it. He's in shock, but he has to go. It was a half-hearted appeal, to say the least. And umpire Benson sends the Indian fans into a state of silence.
Well, I have to say, when I look at this, even just a normal motion from our commentary position, he's missed us by miles, and it's come so much off the shoulder that you can hear the ooze around the ground. In fact, I think the umpire may be actually calling him back here, much to the eruption of the crowd here at Kinrara. This is incredible. Now, this is staggering. He'd been given by Benson at the far end of the ground. Mark Benson had given the decision caught behind, off the shoulder, almost the back of the shoulder as well. And Ponting is not happy. He is having a huge crack as Ricky Ponting. And one would feel, well, he's within his rights to, because the umpire had given him. This is bizarre.
Huge appeal. Then he was called back. Ponting went over and had... he says it's a disgrace. You could hear what Ponting said. That's a disgrace. He's not happy. He was called back.
Pakistan are bemused by that decision.
Well, he's hit it into the ground. Everybody now, it's asking what they're really standing around doing. There, that's the squeeze. What they're doing is they're saying, well, why don't you refer it? And they're not saying we disagree with your decision. They're saying, hey, there's a third umpire, why don't you refer it? He doesn't have to refer it. If he's convinced that the ball was squeezed, he says not out. End of story. And there's still consternation. Now, Imam is going to go and have a word with Peter Parker and probably say, why don't you refer it? That's what I'm assuming. Peter Parker is probably saying, because I don't think it was out.
Oh, well bowled. Yes, he's got him. I think he's got him. Well done. There it is. Now then, does he get some... Yeah, he's okay. Some fight to do. Now look at Dhoni. Dhoni is home straight in on the umpire there, and asked him, and he's getting the explanation now. And the umpire, the explanation is quite simple. Bruce Oxenford has pushed the wrong button. It's as simple as that. Dhoni doesn't like that.
Pushed the red instead of the green.
It's my brother. I got him some tickets. Good to see you, Jimmy. Big shout, big shout. Now pitching outside, look out Shamsi! He's on the dance floor. He's forgotten where to get off. He's not happy, and I tell you what, he could be in trouble. Ends the 13th, that's 80, 5 for 6 here.
Let's have a look at this one. Pitching on, I reckon that's just sliding down leg side, so the umpire is absolutely spot on there, and I'm sorry, dance as much as you like, champ, it's not out.
Leave your shoes on, brother. Maybe another over, you can get that shoe off, but not now. You still need to get
on that, because there's the explanation, and he actually thought it was out, I'm sure. Certainly judging by his reaction, Dhoni thought he'd got him.
Well, what's happened there? His helmet's come off. There's a big appeal for everything. I think Yuvraj is convinced he got an edge, so is Rahul Dravid. He's so busy retrieving his helmet. Now, he's not happy. He didn't catch too many off the bat. Umpire says not out.
But hang on a second, surely he can go upstairs and go and find out if it bounced. He's saying it bounced. And the players are standing around saying, well, have a look. My helmet fell, not the ball. Hit him in the midriff, he picked it up, and then the helmet falls off.
I mean, expensive times, and I think there's a bit of a problem here. Mahela is not a happy captain. Asad Rauf having a word with him, and also now
just outside the line, he was playing a shot at that one. Waka, correction, Wasim thought he had him out. I thought he got outside the line, and Wasim really turning it on out there. He'd have to be just a little bit careful. Umpire, or should we say match referee Reed, is quite severe on any of this sort of behaviour. I think my first reaction, Ranjit, was that he got outside the line.
Give the umpire a great deal of credit.
He got outside the line.
well, now Mahela is remonstrating with Bruce Oxenford here.
That's great. Oh, he's having a very, very good time. And he has taken. Sachin Tendulkar has taken. A.B. de Villiers is unmoved. The umpire is unmoved. He reckons it's clipped a tad on the way to Sachin Tendulkar, and the Indians cannot believe it.
Just wondering whether this is an issue with the fielders inside the circle, or was the umpire signaled that boundary? I don't know, but Mahela Jayawardene then clearly upset, and it's a no ball. And I think it could be the height on that occasion.
There it is. There it is. No, it's not. Everybody thought it was out, except the umpire, and Mushfiqur Rahim stood his ground. Not interested, and nor was the umpire. They can't believe it. Cannot believe it. Inquiring from the umpire. Shakib is putting the umpire under a bit of pressure. He looks perplexed. Oh, no, this is no good. This is no good. You can't talk to the umpire like that. No matter how angry you get, how frustrated you get, you cannot talk to the umpire like that.
But he had to call it a no ball. I can understand the frustrations from Mahela Jayawardene is still on about it. May have a bit to do with how Sri Lanka have been in the field. It's still carrying on. Asad Rauf having a word with Mahela. I think Asad is a good guy to talk to Mahela at this stage.
After tea, Boone joined Marsh and was lucky to escape this delivery from Malcolm Marshall.
Oh, and a big appeal there for caught behind. That was a huge edge. I can't believe that the umpire hasn't heard that one. Well, that is unbelievable. Malcolm Marshall is going absolutely berserk. And umpire McConnell shaking his head saying, well, just
I the chick, I call it Lola. She feel like the ocean, like to drink and smoke some Doja. And I feel like smoking, plus she good at charming. Got the chick, I call it Lola. She feel like the ocean, like to drink and smoke some Doja. And I feel like smoking, plus she good at charming.